Hey guys, it's Cindy Infinity here. I'm just gonna get right into it. I wanted to record something that I hope I will post in the near future. I wanted to talk about something very near and dear to my heart. It's October 3rd of 2023, so this is when I'm recording the video. Um, it pertains to a very tragic event that happened in my family's life. Okay. And my channel's not monetized. And honestly, I'm so sick and tired of all of the ways that people on YouTube can get um, struck for saying average everyday English language, words. And so I'm gonna give this to you very raw and uncut. I don't mince words. I don't even know how to curtail things. So I'm just going to speak from my heart real quick. And I'm going to speak about a very real personal experience that happened to my family and myself. Okay. The Sandy Hook school shootings happened. They are very real. They affected so many families' lives. It is not a conspiracy theory. It is not a made up thing for the government. It is not actors or pretend people or pretend victims. It is a very real thing that happened. Okay. My niece was one of the 20 children that were executed in that school shooting. Okay. And there are no bones to pick about it. Okay. That is my family. That is my heart. And she is no longer here on earth and has not been. It is not up for debate. It is not up for discussion. And that's that. It is the most poignant thing that has happened in my family or in my life, I should say, that has forever changed the way that I look at things, the way I deal with things, the way that I advocate for so many things. Child safety, obviously. Um, and there's just so much more that I advocate for because of it, because it forever changed our lives, because our angel is no longer here and you can't get her back. Okay. And so, you know, there have been so many ridiculously disgusting fucking trolls on the internet that have gone after families that were relatives of the deceased. And they have attacked them and they have done such horrific things to them. And I stepped away from talking about this publicly for probably about a period of almost 10 years because I needed my family's privacy to be kept, and I still do. Okay. And I came on YouTube and I started talking about it a little bit as I got a little more comfortable, with being very settled in with whatever we've done as a family to heal, as a family. The heal in the best way that we could, which is not really ever healing. It's just kind of moving forward and knowing what your game plan is. Okay. My story got tremendously attacked by Tiffany Moser, who was a friend of one of the other fathers of one of the victims of the school shooting. And she tries to spin this narrative all of a sudden, one day we're friends, the next day she's like, "Oh, that's not really her niece, and that person is related to her ex-husband's family." No, the fuck she's not. That's a fucking dead ass lie, and you know exactly what you're talking about. And that's not even the point of this, okay? Well, it's part of it. There are people over in her chat that are so fucking wishy-washy. And Traveler Girl Lou was one of them. And she was a mod for Tiffany just at the same time that I was until Tiffany decided I was not going to be her mod. I was not going to be her friend. And she all of a sudden was going to turn against me and say that my niece was no longer my niece and that this story had, was not my story. You know what, Tiffany? You can go fuck yourself because you know what? You ever want to stick your nose in my business like that? We're going to go toe to toe. But the other thing was this, is that she's talking about this in one of her live streams. So she's all of a sudden turning on me and saying how my niece is not my niece and, how I'm a liar. And she did it at the time for clout, for views, maybe for membership or subscriptions to her channel. And, we see where that went. Her channel went down the toilet because she's a liar and she's a fake and she's a fraud and she's a bully. And so much more than that. Those are the nice things I can say about her. And I saw Lou in her chat as a mod, and I'm like, why is she there? Why? And then she's partaking in the conversation. And she says, well, you just never know who people are at the end of the day, now do ya? I'm like, you're my friend. You're supposed to be my friend. You know that this shit is true. Like, I mean, and I called her and I talked to her. I said, Lou, how could you be over at Tiffany Moser's and mod for her, and then you partake in that conversation and go, yeah, well, at the end of the day, we just really don't know who people are now, do we? And she says, oh, Cindy, you have to forgive me. I have to be there because I'm so fearful of her coming after me and attacking me because I know how she can be. And I was like, yeah, I know how she can be. I mean, look at what she's doing to me. I mean, she's turning a story that is completely mine and my family's, and she's trying to make people think that that didn't happen to me. She's doing exactly what she initially intended to do for the victims of this tragedy was to troll them and to go after them for their pain and their suffering. She's no friend to anybody that's a victim of that tragedy or a family member of the victims of that tragedy. And then Lou's like trying to justify it to me, like, I just gotta be there because she'll come after me if I turn against her. And I'm like, you fake fucking bitch. Like, you didn't have to partake in the rhetoric. Oh, we don't ever know who people are really at the end of the day now, do we, huh? You want to talk about a motherfucking flip-flopper? You know what you are, Lou? You're a motherfucking backstabber. I mean, shit. If the worst thing I ever get called in my life is a flip-flopper, which I'm not, then fine. You fucking backstab. And that's not even where it starts or it stops. That's just a little snippet of what you fucking did. So you know what? I'm sorry. But you wanted to bring up my name out of the clear blue sky. Hadn't talked to you since last April. You bring my name up. You know what? You want to say how I was on the phone with you and not kind or listening to you when you were going through stuff. That I don't remember ever. Clearly, I remember as the complete opposite. You calling me and bitch, 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 moan, 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 and talk to me about what's going on with you. And I would always be there as much as I could possibly be there to answer the phone and be as a kind, loving friend to you. And then you want to turn and throw my name under the bus randomly a couple weeks ago when someone asked who flip floppers are. You know what? I will talk about who the motherfucking bitch ass sellouts are. And you, darling, are definitely one of them.